Once upon a time, in the dusty, forgotten corners of a kingdom hidden between ancient mountains, lived a man named Klazen. He was a nobody, surviving on scraps from the wealthy merchant's district, sleeping in the cramped, shadowy alleys of the lower town. His clothes were tattered, his days blended into a haze of hunger and hard labor. Yet, amidst the grime, Klazen's eyes sparkled with a flame that refused to die, a stubborn belief that his fate was more than the dust beneath his worn-out sandals. The town of Azar was a relic of a once great kingdom, forgotten by time. Its people were kind but beaten, their hopes eroded by the iron grip of the ruthless governor Soren, who ruled with fear and taxes. The whispers of the kingdom's former glory had long faded, replaced by the creaking of old wooden signs and the begging bowls of the poor. One sweltering afternoon, as Klazen scavenged through a heap of discarded goods behind the market, his fingers brushed against something metallic. He pulled out an old, ornate ring, its surface etched with symbols he couldn't read. As he wiped the dust off, a sudden breeze swept the alley, and the skies growled with thunder. A low, resonant voice whispered in the wind. "The time has come." Klazen's heart pounded. He stared at the ring, now glowing faintly. Unsure what to make of it, he slid it onto his finger. The glow intensified, and visions flashed in his mind. Grand halls, cheering crowds, a kingdom in its prime. He stumbled back, disoriented, but the voice spoke again, clear now. "You are the heir, Klazen. The last king of Azar's true bloodline, hidden to protect you. The people wait." Dazed, Klazen followed the strange pull of the ring to the town square. The air buzzed with murmurs, as if the very streets were alive. When he reached the old palace, half hidden by vines and neglect, the iron gates creaked open by themselves. Inside, a council of elders awaited, their eyes wet with reverence. "My lord," they whispered. For years, they had searched for the lost heir, a leader to free Azar from Soren's tyranny. The prophecy said the true king would wear the ancient ring, one pure of heart and unknown to power. Klazen laughed, thinking it a cruel joke. He was a beggar, uneducated, unprepared. But the elders saw his doubt, and took it as humility. They told him of Azar's history, a land of scholars, warriors, and traders, brought low by deceit. The people yearned for a shepherd, not a tyrant. Over days, the unlikely king learned everything: governance, justice, the weight of the ring. The elders taught him Azar's laws, its people's hopes. Klazen, though scared, listened with a hunger that impressed them. He visited the poor, shared their meals, listened to their stories. The ring seemed to glow brighter with each act of kindness. The day of reckoning arrived when Soren, sensing a threat, marched to the palace with his guards. Klazen, unarmed, walked out to face him. The governor sneered at the ragged king. "You? A beggar?" Klazen's voice surprised him. "I may wear rags, but I wear the ring. Azar's people deserve justice." A scarf fluttered from a nearby rooftop, a signal. The people, who'd quietly gathered, surged forward. Soren's guards faltered, and he was seized. The elders declared Klazen the rightful king, and as he raised his hands, the crowd roared. Azar's transformation began. Klazen abolished crippling taxes, opened granaries for the hungry, and invited scholars back to rebuild schools. Trade flourished, streets grew clean, and at night, fires burned bright. Klazen walked among the people, solving problems, mediating disputes. He planted trees, brought water from distant mountains, and proved courage wasn't the absence of fear, but action despite it. Years passed. Azar prospered, its fame spreading. Merchants spoke of King Klazen's fairness, poets of his humility. The ring, now a symbol on the palace gates, glowed only for those with a pure intent, they said. One evening, as Klazen sat on the palace steps, an old woman approached. She had given him a loaf of bread once, when he had nothing. "Thank you, King," she said, eyes shining. "You are one of us. You prove greatness doesn't come from thrones, but from heart." Klazen smiled, the flame in his eyes now a steady sun. He knew the story wasn't his alone. It was Azar's, and its people. The poor man who became king had learned one truth. True power lies in lifting others.